A timeline from 1917 to 1944 of Romania Communism. Presentation of historical events during the period of 1917 to 1944 as relevant to the illegitimacy of the communist regime in Romania. December 1917, in Jassy, the Bolsheviks try to overthrow the Romanian government and drive out the future founders of Great Romania, King Ferdinand and Queen Maria, the most celebrated queen of the epoch, a granddaughter of Queen Victoria of England and Tsar Alexander II of Russia. The last Tsar, Nicholas II, the cousin of Queen Maria, was murdered by the Bolsheviks in 1918. March of 1918. In Chisinau, which is now, I guess, Chisinau, it's got Chisinau in parentheses, the Parliament of Bessarabia, a Romanian province which had declared independence from the Bolshevik state, votes for the union of Bessarabia with Romania. November 1918. At Cernăuți, the National Council of Bukovina, a former province of the defunct Austro-Hungarian Empire, votes for the union of Bukovina with Romania. December 1st, 1918, the National Day of Post-Communist Romania. At Alba Iulia, the National Assembly of Transylvania votes for the union of Transylvania and the Banat, both former provinces of the defunct Austro-Hungarian Empire, with Romania. Thus, the union of Romanians within a single state was effectively achieved prior to the Paris Peace Conference that was later to recognize it. During the interbellic period, Romania, the surface area of Greater Romania, was 295,042 square kilometers, becomes a powerful and prosperous state. August 1919, the Romanian army occupies Budapest and liberates Hungary from the Soviet regime installed in March 1919 by Belakoon at the initiative of and supported by Lenin. Belakoon had striven for the Sovietization of Transylvania. 1921, at the initiative of the Soviet Union, the Communist Party of Romania is founded and will be controlled exclusively from Moscow, in comparison with the other communist parties of interbellic Europe. The Communist Party of Romania has the fewest members. In 1924, in accordance with the directives from Moscow, the Communist Party of Romania launches a Bolshevik revolution with the aim of overthrowing the Kingdom of Romania and making Romanian territory part of the Soviet Union. The Romanian Communist Party is outlawed due to its anti-national and anti-state activities. 1939, the Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact is signed by Hitler's Germany and Stalin's Russia. The pact includes a reference to Soviet, quote, interest, end quote, in Bessarabia. June 1940, the ultimatum of the Soviet government, which threatens immediate armed invasion. Romania is forced to cede not only Bessarabia, but also northern Bukovina in the Herzegovina region, although the latter two territories have never been part of Russia. The Romanian populace will be subject to repression, terror, and massacres, and the anti-Soviet elite will be exterminated. June 1941. The government led by Marshal Ion Calafeteanu declares war on the Soviet Union and liberates the territories lost the previous year. The Romanian army will subsequently fight for 3 years alongside the Germans against the Soviet Union. August 1944. By order of King Michael, Marshal Calafeteanu is arrested. Romania declares war on Germany, joining the Allies and lending them Romania's entire military and economic might until the end of the war. The Romanian army begins to liberate its own country, which has been occupied by German troops. Liberation will be complete by the 25th of October, 1944. October 1944. Stalin and Churchill unofficially agree on future spheres of influence. Insofar as Romania is concerned, Stalin demands 90% influence. At the same time, the Romanian army liberates the north of Romania. Northwest Transylvania was ceded to Admiral Horthy's Hungary in 1940 through the Dictate of Vienna. While the Romanian army is liberating its own country from Nazi occupation, the Soviets occupy Romania, declare themselves liberators, and install their own government in Bucharest in the form of the Armistice Control Commission. Most of this data has been taken from the official website of the Romanian Presidency, respectively from the section on the history of Romania, elaborated by the historian Ion Calafeteanu.